Today, heart. Heart acts as a pump. Heart is basically a muscular organ and is located a slightly left to our chest cavity, and its size is approximately about a fist. It beats around 70 to 72 times per minute. Heart actually, along with the blood vessels, circulate the oxygenated blood to the whole body, so it is known as cardiovascular system. Before starting understanding the function of the heart, we must be known about the blood. There are two types of blood in our body, red blood and blue blood. So let us first understand what is this red blood and what is this blue blood. In our body, we have 4 to 5 liter of blood. When that blood circulates in our body all the time, it becomes equivalent to 7,500 liter blood in a day. So, during the circulation, when that blood comes to the lungs, so due to the respiration, carbon dioxide is released and that blood become oxygenated. That means oxygen rich blood, and that blood is known as red blood. That oxygen rich blood is transported to the heart, and that red blood is circulated to all the body parts through the heart. When heart pumps that oxygenated blood to different part of the body, these different organs absorb the oxygen and leave that blood with the less oxygen. That less oxygen blood is blue blood. So blue blood is the blood with the less oxygen or deoxygenated blood. That deoxygenated blood comes back to the heart, and heart again pump that to the lungs for the purification. Their lungs again filled that blue blood with the oxygen and make it red blood, and the cycle continues. Let us first understand the structure of the heart. Our heart is divided into two sides, left side and right side. This is the left side of our heart, and this is the right side of our heart. These two parts are separated from each other because when they are separated, the blood in the left part and the right part don't get mixed up, such that blue blood won't get mixed up with the red blood. So two parts are there, right part and the left part. These left and right part are further divided into two parts, upper part and the lower part. Upper part is known as atrium and the lower part is known as ventricle. So upper right is known as right atrium, upper left is known as left atrium, lower right is known as right ventricle, and lower left is known as left ventricle. So basically there are four chambers in our heart: right atrium, left atrium, right ventricle, and the left ventricle. And these all the four chambers are separated from each other such that the blood won't get mixed up anyhow. Now there are four valves in our heart: this valve, this valve, this valve, and this valve. There are four valves. You can see here with the arrows, these are the four valves. Two valves, this one and this ones, are the AV valves, atrioventricle valves. These valves lies between the upper part and the lower part. Atrioventricle valves lies between right atrium and right ventricle, and second AV valve lies between left atrium and left ventricle. This valve is known as tricuspid valve, and the left side valve is known as bicuspid valve. There are two another valve. These valves are called semilunar valve. This is pulmonary valve and this is aortic valve. The pulmonary valve lies at the entrance of the pulmonary artery, and the another valve lies at the entrance of the aorta. So by now we understood that right side is always filled with the blue blood, that is deoxygenated blood, and left side is always filled with the red blood, that is oxygenated blood. Now see how the heart functions. After receiving the deoxygenated blood, the blood that is already circulated through all the body parts is received by the vena cavas. There are two vena cavas, superior vena cava and inferior vena cava. Inferior vena cava collects the deoxygenated blood from the lower body, and superior vena cava collects the blood from the upper body. This deoxygenated blood from both the vena cavas enter into the right atrium. From this right atrium, the valve, tricuspid valve, open up and the blue blood comes into the lower portion. After it comes to the lower portion, the tricuspid valve closes such that the blood won't go back to the atrium. These valves are only here so that the blood won't go in the backward direction. It will flow only in the one direction, that is from upward to downward direction, not back to the atrium. So when the blood comes to the right ventricle, what happens? Tricuspid valve close up. When it closes, the other valve here, the semilunar valve, open up and this heart get contracted and the blue blood is given to the lungs through the pulmonary artery and the blood goes to the lung. And in the lung, what happens? The blue blood get refreshed with the oxygenated blood, and this oxygenated blood is passed to the left atrium through the pulmonary veins. When it enters to the left atrium, it comes down to the left ventricle through the bicuspid valve. This bicuspid valve opens up and the blood comes down to the left ventricle. When it comes to the left ventricle get contracted and the blood goes to the aorta through the semilunar valve. And from this aorta, the pure oxygenated blood is given to all the organs. So this is how the blood flows. That means the right part takes the blue blood and pumped into the lungs. Lungs purifies that blood, and that pure blood or oxygenated blood goes to the left part through the pulmonary vein, and from this left part it goes out to all the other organs through the aorta. So in the second phase, what happens? Contraction is going on, and in the first phase, heart is filled with the blood. Let's see further. I am telling you it with the help of this diagram. It will be easy for you to understand this way. So see here, all the deoxygenated blood comes to the heart through the inferior vena cava and the superior vena cava. It enters to the right portion of the heart. From here it goes to the lungs. From here it goes to the right lung as well as to the left lung. After entering to the lungs, it gets purified and become red. You can see here the blood is purified here. It gets refreshed or it gets oxidized. After it gets oxidized, the lungs pumped it back into the heart towards the left chamber. And from here, after the contraction, the same oxygenated blood is passed to the aorta and it is passed to the all other organs of the body. So this is how the blood is circulated. Blue blood comes to the heart, it gets refreshed into the lungs, and that refreshed blood and oxidized blood come back to the heart and then pump to the all organs. Let us try to understand how the heart functions through this flow chart. What happens? All the blue blood, after circulating through all the organs, return back to the heart in the right auricle. When it enters to the right auricle, the tricuspid valve opens up and the blue blood comes down into the right ventricle. At the same time, what happens? The pure blood from the lungs enter into the left auricle from the pulmonary vein, and this blood comes down to the left ventricle after opening of the bicuspid valve. So at this time, heart is filling up with the blood. Blue blood is also coming from the right side, and left auricle is all ventricle is also filled with the red blood. So at this time, heart is filling up with the blood. So heart is getting expanded, heart is at the rest. So this is the first cycle when heart is getting the blood from the other organ as well as the from lungs. In the second cycle, what happens? These two valves, that is bicuspid valve and the tricuspid valve, closes, and the other two semilunar valves open up, and the blue blood goes to the lungs through the pulmonary artery. From there it gets refreshed, and the red blood goes to the other body part through the main artery, that is aorta. So this way the blood, in first cycle what happens, the heart is getting the blood, and in the second cycle the blood is going away from the heart. So by now you must have understood that there are two type of blood in our body, and at one time either the heart is filling up with the blood and the other time heart is giving blood away from it. So this way, when the blood is coming inside the heart, that is blue blood, and the red blood is coming inside the heart, it is getting expanded. And in the another phase, contraction is going on when the blood is going away from the heart either to the lung or the other body parts. So this is how you can see in the figure here, the heart is contracting and expanding, and due to this contraction and expansion, what happens, a heartbeat is created, and this cycle continues, that is expansion and contraction of the blood continues all the time. That means heart pumps the blood out away from it, and sometimes it takes the blood so it gets expanded, and another time it is circulating that blood to the whole body part. So here you have seen what happens when the blue blood enters into the right part. This valve open up, it comes down, and the in the next cycle, and at the same time what happens, the pure blood from the lungs comes, and the left part of the heart also filled up, so it get expanded. This phase is known as the diastole, or here the heart is getting relaxed, so these ventricles are also relaxed, so this is also known as ventricle relaxation, and heart is filling up. And in the second cycle, what happens, those tricuspid valve and the bicuspid valve closes, and these semilunar valves opens up, and the ventricular get contract, and a pressure is given to the blood, so it pumps out. The blue blood is given to the lungs for the purification, and the oxygenated blood is given to the other organs through the aorta. This phase is known as systole. In this, ventricle contraction happens and blood is going out and ejection is going on. So by now what we have started, that heart function during the expansion, it takes the blood. That means it is taking the oxygenated blood from the lungs and deoxygenated from the other organs. This phase is known as the systole, and at this time the heart is relaxed, and the pressure exerted on the arteries or the vessels is comparatively less than the pressure exerted during the contraction. And during the contraction, what happens, blood is going away from the heart, and it pumps the deoxygenated blood to the lungs for the purification, and it also pumps the oxygenated blood to the other body organs. So let us just recap what we have started. This is vena cava. From vena cava, blue blood comes to the right part, the tricuspid valve open up, and the blood comes to the lower portion. Now, from there, this valve open up, semilunar valve open up, and the blue blood goes to the lungs, and these lungs purifies the blood and sends it to the pulmonary vein, and it enters to the left part. And from this left part, what happens? It goes to the aorta, and from aorta, all the other body organs get the oxygenated blood. So now we have understood what is happening. That means during the expansion, heart is filled with both the bloods, blue blood and the red blood, and at this time tricuspid and bicuspid valves always opens up. And in the second place, blood is always going out of the heart, and semilinear valves are open up and the tricuspid and bicuspid valves are closed, such that the blood won't go back to the auricles. So there are two inlets to the blood you have seen here, the vena cava and the pulmonary vein. And there are two exits from the heart, that is pulmonary artery and the aorta. So during the whole process, during the pulmonary cycle, what happens? The blood in the heart comes and then goes out, comes and goes out. So when it comes, our heart expands, and when it goes away from the heart, it contracts. So you can see in the figure itself that heart is, one time it is expanding, the other time it is contracting, expanding and contracting. So the continuous repeating pattern of the contraction and expansion is known as the cardiac cycle. And with this cardiac cycle, we can measure the blood pressure. So what is this pressure? When during the contraction, what happens? A blood is pushed out to the arteries, and our blood mm, put some pressure on the walls of the artery. That pressure is known as blood pressure. There are two type of pressure. That is, one is during the systole and another is during the diastole. So during the systole, what happens? Heart contracts, so the pressure exerted on the walls are comparatively more than that of the pressure exerted during the diastole. So the upper pressure, that is systole, is 120 mmHg, that is millimeter of mercury, and the other pressure is lower, that is during the expansion the pressure is less, so that is known as the diastolic pressure. So that is why we have two type of pressure, systolic pressure and diastolic pressure. The normal pressure is 120 by 80 mg. Okay, so I think you must have understood what we have studied by now. What is heart, what is the function of the heart, what is the structure of the heart, how the heart functions, how it is related to the lungs, and what is cardiac cycle, what is the heart rate, and what is the blood pressure. Soon I will be posting a video on the blood pressure, that what is blood pressure and the detailed description of blood pressure. So stay tuned and do, if you understand the chapter and if you understand how our heart functions, or if you have learned anything from this lecture, do like the video and share it, and do subscribe it. Don't forget to subscribe. Press the bell icon such that you will notified and you will see these type of video again and again. Thank you so much.